Hello everybody and welcome to another third-party review. In today's video we're taking a look at a second member from the Moon Studios take on the masterpiece Raiden. This is the MS02 Iceland, their interpretation of a masterpiece Yukikaze, one of my favourite of the train bots. He is the younger brother of Shoki. And a quick look around the box. We've got exactly what we had with the first figure. Train on the side, the modes on the back there and the bot there. Let's crack him open. And here we have him out of his plastic prison, and doesn't he look sensational? Definitely a little bit more in keeping with his G1 counterpart, but still not without his flaws. I actually don't like the way they've done the legs on this guy compared to their first offering. I just think he kind of pulls it off better, but Yukikaze does have a lot more within those legs. He has the whole front of the nose cone of the train, so I think that's kind of acceptable. But yeah, oh, what a gorgeous looking piece. Absolutely sublime looking. The colours on him are wonderful. Again, opting for that kind of pastel look for him. Would like a little bit more space on that chest there, so we can have an Autobot insignia. At the moment it's going to have to be a kind of small one just underneath the head, above that chest grill. But all in all, fabulous looking piece, and he looks sensational along with his comrade. This team is going to look absolutely superb together, aren't they? And they're all this huge chunky size as well, bringing in Prime and Megs there for a scale. They're big boys. Because I said about using them with the Headmasters in my previous review. Here they are alongside Chrome Dome and Hardhead. I think they work well. I'm not sure what they've done, but these all kind of give off that 80s cop vibe to me. Like his comrade, he does come with a pistol, and he also comes with part of the combined weapon. And we also get coupling hooks for the train modes as well. See, there's just not really enough room for an insignia on there. You get a little one, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's raised. Not really sure what I'm going to do there. Well, I managed to fit one on, but G1 accuracy, you'd need it kind of here. Articulation wise, head can look up, down, left, right, quizzically tilt side to side. Friction on those shoulders, friction again on this joint here. You can bring that all the way up, all the way down. No butterfly joint in there. There is a double jointed bend on this elbow, comes up at 2 points. We've got fully articulated hands and fingers. Waist, we do have some rotation in there, and like the first offering, if we disengage this latch here, can bring that up, and we then have full use of that abdominal crunch, and we get a little bit more range on the rotation there as well. But don't forget to lock that back off for when we put him in his train. And alt mode, we still get that tilt side to side that we use for his combined mode leg. We have hip skirts to the front and to the side, allowing for motion this far forwards, this far back, out to the side like so. No upper thigh rotation. We do have a single joint bend on that knee, revealing a little bit of an unsightly knee joint, but I think he kind of gets away with it due to the cut there. It still looks very mechanical. And the feet can pivot left and right, and we can bring those up and down. We get a little bit of extra motion on those toes as well. And like the first offering, there's friction joints on the thighs which allow us to get these pretty much any angle we see fit. That being combined with the abdominal crunch leads us to having a very articulated train bot. Now, transformation's not that dissimilar. It's got a little bit more involved with the legs, but start off pretty much the same by tucking the head in. This time we actually bend these arms up on a double hinge, They unhinge from the back of this arm here, which allows them to come all the way up to the front. And you're going to want to just collapse this in. And tab that in like so. This piece here is going to flip up, and as you can see here, the fist is going to rock backwards on that hinge. So again, on this side, unlatch this hinge here and push those two together. That allows this to bend upwards, line up with this shoulder. This tab is going to come up and out of the way, and then there's space to flip those fists up. These are then going to come up to this angle. Make sure this hinge goes down, and again this is going to come up to this angle. That just allows us to then bring this up straight. There's no toing and froing, it just comes up nice and smoothly if you get it to that point. And then this is going to disengage and come away, and you've got this tab here. These are just going to rock down nicely, and we're going to line those up and push and tab. Again, on this side, bring that down, line that up, push and tab that in. This part here is going to come away. This opens up, this opens up, this then opens up as well. Slide this hinge, bring this up, and much as we did before, this is going to come up and locate. This will come up, slide, and you want to locate these parts in here first before you start tabbing everything else together, because these are the hardest pieces to locate. So just pop that in and pop that in, squeeze, squeeze, and then just start pushing and tabbing that all in. This is going to come down and tab. Again on this side, bring that in, down and tab. The wheels are going to pop up, and much as we did before, flip these pieces over like so, which in turn stop these wheels folding back inwards. Here we go, that's done. Push that back down. There we go, that's the top half of the torso done. Legs are really not that dissimilar, there's just a little bit more going on with them, that's all. Open them up. We've got panel at the top here, that's going to come up, and this panel here is going to flip outwards like so. This comes all the way up and over to the outside of the leg, and if we look here, we've got this port here. This is going to come away from here, and you can see what you've got going on here. Look, we've got this raising hinge here, which allows this to come up. This tucks down, and if we tilt this, we can see we've got this random piece on the inside here. This tilts around, comes out, comes back, and then slides. So it fully completes the front end of the train. This piece here slides outwards and outwards, much like the Zeta aerial bots did. This then comes down. There's another piece here. This is going to rock on a hinge around and line up. This then comes in. This sits at the top, and this piece here is going to flip around, collapse back onto itself so it sits in there nicely, and then we are going to rotate that inwards, compress that off. This is then going to come and all line up. That sits there, that sits there. Push this piece in, and that's going to line up like so with a nose cone, and then we can bring that up like this, and same with this as we did with the front. There we go. That comes up. This here is going to rotate around, bring those legs in together, transform both exactly the same way as I've done this one. Thankfully this part here is on a ball joint, so keep pulling it off, but there's a double hinge in there. You're meant to rock that double hinge really slight. Have I got it? Have I got it? I think I've beaten it. Just push these two together. There we go. Start tabbing these in. This is going to be one of the last pieces to go down. So let's do both those legs and get those looking like this. From here, we want to push this down, and that's going to push and secure and lock that entire back half in. And then with this front half, you want to move this bottom hinge down. That's then going to hinge back on itself like so. See how that just snugs in there, and then rocks back, and we have got a tab at the front and the back. Come on, I just need to get them all kind of tally up in together. Oh. Oh, there we go. Same with this side. Tab these two in together, and then just push, secure, secure. Make sure this is all in. That's all in, that's all in. And these need to just push and tab in together. There we go. There we go. That is lovely. Got some space underneath there to store the weapon if you choose to. Just tab in like so, and last few little pieces. That's a good looking train. And here we have them fully transformed up into, I believe, a 200 series Shinkansen bullet train engine. This is of course just the front end. It does look a little bit odd just being the engine and kind of half a cab. You really want the rest of this train all kind of tallied up together, but looks really nice. I believe they're official. Looked a little bit more squished on top. This actually looks more like the bullet train than what the original toy did, in my opinion. It really tidies up a lot better. Love what they've done with the colour. Looks absolutely sublime. Really fabulous piece. This is one of the sets that you kind of want to get more than one of each, because these are going to look amazing all in train mode. The bot modes are going to look incredible on display, and of course you're gonna want a Raiden displayed with your combiners, aren't you? It's Do you triple dip? Is there anybody out there that still triple dip? I wish I could afford the triple dip bin on figures. That can be a very, very costly thing indeed. Scale wise, again, very large piece, probably too small for the MP human figures. You're looking at more kind of the Diaclone size, very much like the originals. The originals used to interact with Diaclones. It was a Diaclone line originally. So yeah, this is definitely going to work. And these look fabulous. I had several of the train combiners when I collected my Braves, like Dagliner and stuff, and I absolutely adore train bots. And these are definitely no exception. Much like his comrade, you can remove the vestibule door. This is normally kind of like the rubbery shroud bit that connects the two trains. Then there's the platform, so they can walk between the two. But I'll keep those like that. This basically just hides away under here and just tabs in there, like so. To get this transformed up into the leg mode, let's just remove that gun, bring these back down by just flattening those sections there, compressing that. This can then flip around, push and tab. If we want to bring the gun back in, we can then tab it back in on here, remove the large gun from the top, much like his brother-in-arms. Just pop these pieces up. In fact, this is actually an easier transformation because we don't have to relocate the knees at all. That silly ball joint is the serious letdown on this side. Maybe I need to stiffen it up a little bit with some Kiki, because it's only that side that I seem to have the issues with. This piece here is going to flip over. It's going to come over and close off on here, and then using those knee joints, we're going to push this piece up like so, bring these forward on those hinges. This is going to come all the way up like so, hinge down, and then push up like this. These can then rock back around, slide. He says, come on, get back over that bit there. There we go, and tab into that port on the legs. That's one, and tab in to the leg. Come on. Gotcha. There we go. And then we can just close off the back of these legs. 1 and 2. And those are going to tab in together, making sure everything's nice and firm. Close off those little annoying tabs. Come on, and then close those as well. Let's put the gun back on there like so, and because this is this leg, we can then put this alongside it, sliding in and in like that. There we go. That is him in his leg mode. No extra transformation steps needed throughout under here, which is definitely nice. But then again, we do have that ball jointed socket on there, which is the bane of this figure. And here we have Yukikaze and Getsui alongside one another. This thing is going to be absolutely absurd, isn't it? It's going to look fantastic. In my Gets to Be video, I forgot to pop the wheels down to this position. I did mention it in the text format, and you can pop the guns on the back there, but the transformation for both of these is incredibly similar, but does exactly what it needs to. This thing is going to look sensational, isn't it? Let's just bring in Prime for that scale comparison. He's going to be up to kind of their kneecap areas, so it's going to look fabulous. Honestly, can't wait to get other members of this team. I think they want the entire combiner out by the end of the year, so we've got the year to get all 6. I mean, they started off the year with 2, so we can't really grumble. But honestly, over the moon with these. These are sensational, incredibly good build quality, probably better than what we've had from Zeta in the past. I just adore them. I find it very hard to fault the build quality. Design choices, yes, they're not exact, and there's some aspects I would change, but all in all, absolutely adore them. These are sublime. Look at the link in the description below where these can be purchased, and until next time, for myself and the rest of the Collectables household, thank you very much for watching. A goodbye.